Okay, so what we have here is some dry, stretched hair, and it's not really dry. It has been washed and conditioned a few days ago, and I've been wearing it in a pull back in a little ponytail. So I'm going to do a dry wash and go with Eco Styler Gel Olive Oil Formula. So let's see what happens. So I'm starting out, I tried to section my hair off as best I can. Like I said, it's been pulled back in a ponytail. I was trying to stretch it out before I actually did this. And so I'm just going to use a basic method of like shingling the gel into my hair from root to tip, and then taking my wide tooth comb and just kind of combing it through just to make sure it's detangled. And that's going to be the method that I use all over my head. As you can see, my little sidekick is in the video with me because she cannot let mommy be great. She refuses. To this side, I was like, this was my first section doing, so I was really taking my time to see what kind of results I was going to get on this dry wash and go, because this is my first time doing a dry wash and go. Usually when I decide to do that style, it's after a shampoo and condition like most people, and so trying it on dry hair, definitely new to me, but it actually turned out pretty good. So I'm pleased with the results, as you'll see at the end of this video. But this is me just trying to make sure each strand of hair is getting saturated in Eco Styler Gel so that I can have good curl definition. And I honestly probably was playing in it way too much, because I know when you have the curls, you're not supposed to play in the curls because it'll make them frizz. But like I said, I was just trying to make sure every curl was defined. And so I move on to the other side, doing the same thing. So at this point in the process, I did kind of have to change up my technique of what I was doing. After I had my daughter, I did suffer some postpartum hair loss right at the temples of my head, and also like around the nape of my neck. And so in order to make this my edges blend in, because they're starting to grow back, blend in with the hairstyle and kind of still be a part of what's going on, I finger coiled the edges because they're significantly shorter than the rest of my hair. So if I just put the Eco Styler Gel on them, eventually they'll just look like poofy, untamed baby hairs. So I wanted them to kind of, you know, blend in with the hair and be a part of the hairstyle. So I finger coiled my edges. So clearly I was proud of myself for that. So here's kind of the results that we've been getting since I've completed that side of my head. They're really bouncy, defined curls. And I slowed it down because I thought maybe you could see the bounce, how they're just kind of bouncing back. So we're basically taking my hair from this little bird's nest to these bouncy, defined curls. So at this point I paused because I did have a YouTube video playing in the background, and I thought I'd try a method that I heard Mahogany Curls talking about, where she actually like takes apart each curl. I think it just makes her hair more voluminous and her curls more defined. So I tried that on this one little section, but she did mention that if you're going to do this, you need to have a lot of patience and a lot of time, which I do not. So I just did that one section and I was like, over it. So here we are at the end while I gel down some edges. And I think the results turned out pretty good. I've got some pretty defined curls. They're bouncy. Look how they just fall when I pick them up. It looks, I mean, you can't really tell I started from dry hair. So this is me shaking it out, shaking it out, shaking it out. I feel like when I shake it, it stretches the curls a little bit because the air is kind of drying it at the same time. So I just get overly obsessed with the shaking, but you can see the bounce with the slow motion shake, right? Okay. Yeah, so I go in with the shaking. Maybe a little too much. But this is my results. This is how it turned out. And I am quite pleased with the results of my first dry wash and go. My curls are really defined. My hair doesn't feel dried out. I've never heard people say that, but mine didn't. So as we get closer, you can kind of see how defined the curls are. And again, my hair did not feel dried out, and maybe that's because it had been moisturized like the days prior, so it had moisture in it when I started. And so again, more shaking, but yeah, I was very happy with the way this dry wash and go turned out. I felt like my curls were really defined and very, very, very bouncy. Like I really liked how bouncy they were. That was a nice, fun little perk to doing a dry wash and go, because I feel like when I do them wet, they're more crunchy than this. So I did do my wash and go right before bedtime. So this is my bedtime routine, and I literally do this every night when I wear wash and goes. Usually my hair tie is a lot looser than this one is that I'm using right now in the video. And I couldn't find any of my worn out ones, so I had to grab a fresh one. And so and just pull it into a ponytail and pull it back. I don't loop, like double loop the ponytail holder, just let it sit on there just as is, just to kind of give the front of my hair some stretch, because I really want to have that hang time in the front where my face is. And I just loosely tie my silk wrap around my head, making sure those little finger coils on the sides are laying flat and not sticking up, because those little things, if they get in a weird position, you can cancel Christmas. And so off to bed I went. The next morning I woke up, and my mornings are so crazy now that I have a kid and trying to get her together, get me together. It's tough. So I literally have a handful of time to try to get everything done. So what I'm doing here is just pulling and shaking and just trying to get the hair stretched out into some kind of decent style so that I can be out the door to work. But again, still got a lot of bounce and body to it. My hair has not felt dry, and currently right now as I do this video, this voiceover, I am on day 3 of this wash and go. My hair still does not feel dry. Curls are still bouncy. So the dry wash and go with EcoStyle Gel for me is definitely a plus and something that I will be doing again. So that's all I have.